Good afternoon, Pokesports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with two Pokemon on the field. Today, we're playing with Team 1, which, aptly named, is the team that ended up first place in our monthly Patreon tournament that we had over at patreon.com/Pokesports. This winner was Brian Jen's VGC. Congratulations. Two-time winner, I believe, this year at least, in the Pokesports League. So doing quite well for himself in Scarlet and Violet. Today we're going to be using this team that he brought in order to win that said tournament, consisting of an Amoonguss, Roaring Moon, Mimikyu. Let's talk about those first. Amoonguss with the Mental Herb is really smart, making sure that it doesn't get isn't susceptible to like a fake out or anything like that. Roaring Moon with Acrobatics, Throat Chop, Tailwind, Protect, super strong in the flying category. Mimikyu with Curse. Now, Curse on Mimikyu is something that I've been seeing a little bit more lately. Haven't really been seeing too much of in the past, but has been a thing for quite a while. So I'm excited to go and use that today. And then on the other side, we've got Arcanine, Iron Bundle, and Gholdengo. Gholdengo with Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Flash Cannon. It's just a full attacking set where you've got the Modest Nature and the Choice Specs ready to go, doing the big hits with Gholdengo. Iron Bundle with the Focus Sash, doing the big damage with the ice and the water, which you don't typically see too often these days. Sometimes you're seeing people forego the water side in order to just make the ice real powerful. Then you've got the Arcanine with the Figgy Berry with Intimidate, Terra-type Dark, Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp, Snarl, and Protect. A very utilitarian Arcanine, with both Intimidate and Snarl, as well as Will-O-Wisp to bring down the attack and or special attack of whatever you have against you. We are going to take this team into the battle arena. We're going to see if we can pull out some good wins with it. Come on, join me. Let's go. And our first match is up against Magic. So Magic, they have two eyes. Now, this Magic person has a lot of the Ghost Dark fighting-ish core. So I'm feeling like Roaring Moon isn't a terrible choice here, especially because of the Dragapult, especially because of the, what's-his-face, Iron Hands. But I'm also looking at this Arcanine and I'm like, that does so well against the Great Tusk, against the Iron Hands. That's pretty nice. And then if that Dragapult is Infiltrator, which I have seen a couple of Infiltrator, or even Cursed Body Dragapults, then Intimidate would be quite relevant. Do I lead with that? I think I do. I don't see the problem in leading with Arcanine. Lead with some utility, have some fun. That's my goal. That is entirely my goal. I do think that Mimikyu is worth bringing here just because of the two Pokemon there, the two Ghosties. But I don't think it's worth bringing right out the get-go. I do like Iron Bundle, I suppose. However, if they bring Iron Hands, I'm gonna have to reconsider what's going on here. 5 seconds to choose between Roaring Moon and Gholdengo, and I ran out of time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and choose Roaring Moon. I think that'll be okay, right? The problem is that Gholdengo has so many good attacks that I need to consider every single one of those types and try and figure out like if it's worth bringing, right? Because we've got Arcanine, which I don't have any super effectives for. Gholdengo I did. The what's his face? Yeah, that I did too. Great Tusk, I had Dazzling Gleam for that. It's okay. We have this. We have Arcanine for exactly this situation, right? I can just go for a Snarl. A Snarl and a Freeze Dry should actually do the job. Snarl and a Freeze Dry should do the job. A Hydro Pump is almost like guaranteed to do the job. So might I just want to go and do that? Kinda. Yeah, nobody's got a fake out here. Now, alternatively, I could go for Icy Wind and lower the Great Tusk's speed, but no, I'm just going to go for this. The Gholdengo's going to Protect. Okay, that might mean that we're in for a big Earthquake, which sucks, especially if we miss the Hydro Pump. I hate missing Hydro Pumps, man. And this is why some people don't bring Hydro Pump on Iron Bundle. That's highly unfortunate. Well, the nice thing is that one, we hit the Great Tusk with an Intimidate, so that Arcanine stays alive. That was a crit on the Iron Bundle, because of course it was. Now I can go for the Snarl. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Should I go for just a Flare Blitz this time? Oh, you know what? Do I dare let both of these go down? Just to KO a Gholdengo? I don't hate that. Yeah. I don't hate that at all. I feel like I do have to Icy Wind, though, just because I know that both of these are going to go down. I have a feeling that they might consider switching out the Great Tusk here. He says, finishing the sentence that didn't actually matter. Flipping that into a Flying Gholdengo means that my Icy Wind is going to be super effective, which is nice, I guess. So no Protect, no... Ooh, that does a lot of damage to the Great Tusk. No Protect, no switching on the Great Tusk. Great Tusk is sitting close to low H, close to gone. And I'm just going to need to... Oh, that's a great burn. What a good burn. I'm just going to need to take out that Great Tusk next turn. Great Tusk is going to Earthquake. That's not going to affect Gholdengo. Makes sense. Good that they kept that alive. So now they have two Pokemon that I have a very strong feeling that I can just KO next turn. Ooh, but Gholdengo is going to hit me with that nasty plot. Hit me with that nasty plot. It's got lefties, though. Okay, so we've got Mimikyu and Roaring Moon left. Neither of which have... both of which have the option to Terrasilize. I haven't used Terrasilization yet, is what I mean. Now, should that be on the Flying Roaring Moon? Booster Energy is going to increase my attack, which is very, very worth it right now. I might as well not Terrasilize just yet. There's really no point at the moment. Not at the moment. I can Throat Chop that and Play Rough that. I don't have to Terrasilize just yet because I know that my Pokemon outspeed theirs. If they switch into anything... Yeah, I think it's too ambiguous. There you go. Gholdengo is just going to Protect. That means that the Throat Chop is going to not hit, but that's okay. I've got the Play Rough from Mimikyu to go and take down the Great Tusk. Yeah! Me saying this might bite me in the behind, but I'm kind of thinking that it might have just been a better idea to let the Gholdengo go down. Because I have two Pokemon that will outspeed the other side of the field. And that my opponent had the option just now to let go of one of their Pokemon and bring out a higher HP'd Pokemon to deal with my side. Okay. Now, because of this is immediately telling me that there's going to be some kind of fake out going on. So I'm just going to Protect with Roaring Moon. I think it makes all the sense in the world to do that. And let's just check the status of this Gholdengo. Yes, it does have -1 speed. Now, that said, do I want to just break my Disguise this turn? I don't hate protecting. Let me think about that. So I can Terrasilize and make Curse do not that Curse thing. I'm gonna Protect. I'm gonna Protect. I think this just makes sense because, yeah, like the Iron Hands goes for a fake out on the Roaring Moon. I had the option there to take out the Gholdengo, right? I chose not to do that because of the exact reason that I was talking about last turn, right? The Gholdengo is weak at this point. I can take it out with a Shadow Sneak, a single Shadow Sneak, anytime. But right now, I have to make a very active decision on, like, do I want to deal with 2 Pokemon that are full HP, or do I want to deal with a Pokemon and a third? And I think the answer is that. I'm going to Terrastalize and Acrobatics for the Iron Hands. And not wanting to take damage from the Gholdengo, I'm just going to Shadow Sneak. That will take out the Gholdengo. Yeah, let's do it. Where's my color? There it is. Okay, so we've got Terraflying, what's his face? Terraflying Roaring Moon. Give that big roar. Shadow Sneak's gonna take out that Gholdengo. Bye-bye. Sweet. So imagine if I had taken out that Gholdengo last turn. This turn, it would have been that second Pokemon beside the Iron Hands. I would have been attacking this Iron Hands with Acrobatics. Not doing even half. Well, that Drain Punch is going to be a little relevant. A little tiny bit relevant. I'm feeling almost like I need to bring it down below half before I do anything. The Dragapult is annoying. That's an annoying Pokemon here. Okay. What if I protect and attack the Dragapult with Mimikyu? Do I attack the Dragapult with Mimikyu, or do I attack the Iron Hands with Mimikyu? I attack the Dragapult with Mimikyu. What if it disappears? Phantom Force. It's... Yeah, I attack the Iron Hands in fear of Dragon Darts attacking my Roaring Moon twice, and in fear of Phantom Force. There you go. Because if I had targeted the Mimikyu, or if I had targeted the Dragapult with Phantom Force, if I had targeted the Dragapult with not Shadow Sneak, with Play Rough, then it would have disappeared. And that would have been bad. Very bad. Okay, well, that's good. We took out the Iron Hands with the Play Rough. That's sweet. We can attack the Dragapult. 1 and 2. We don't want to Shadow Sneak right now because of reasons. Because of Phantom Force. And whichever one goes down, I think it doesn't matter. If it attacks the Mimikyu, 1, it just hits the Disguise. You're going to bust my Disguise there, bud. Bye. And then I can use Roaring Moon and Mimikyu to go and take it down. If he had targeted the Roaring Moon, then that 1 may have taken out the Roaring Moon, but then I would have had Mimikyu going for a Play Rough and then a Shadow Sneak. So I think I always would have pulled out a win if I didn't KO it with the Play Rough. But that was sweet. That was an awesome first game. We lost both of our Pokemon, and then the Pokemon in the back really pulled it out. Okay, brain is firing on all cylinders right now. I'm an old man, so this takes a little bit to get the old noggin going. Anyway, let's go into game 2. Let's see if we can make the magic happen yet again. Come on, let's go. I have come to realize that this team that I'm using right here benefits really well from either a Roaring Moon start with the Gholdengo, where I can Tailwind in order to make the Gholdengo go first. Second, I guess, after the Roaring Moon, or Iron Bundle plus Arcanine. And I'm thinking, looking at this team, in my 10 seconds that I've had to look at it, that Iron Bundle could work well. Yes, I don't hate that. And Gholdengo actually could work quite well as well, especially if they bring in the Ditto. If they bring in the Ditto and it copies Iron Bundle, then I might be in trouble. But if it, let's go with this. And then what else? Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon sounds good. The Amoonguss I like against everything. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring the Amoonguss. Kind of weird for me not to bring the Arcanine if I'm being honest with myself, but I think we're fine. I think we are fine. I like the Pollen Puff. I like the Spore on most of these people, except for, 2 of them. 4 out of the 6, 3 out of the 6 want to be spored. Not including the Meowscarada, the Gholdengo, or the Garganacl. Oh, and there's the Meowscarada and the Garganacl, but Amoonguss has the Pollen Puff for the Meowscarada if need be. I do like how neither of these are Ditto. So I can just hit the Icy Wind and just go for a big blow up. Just try and blow them all up with a Make It Rain, yeah? I don't hate that at all. Why don't I just do that? I'm going to slow them down and make it rain, Terra style. Okay. Here comes the big Terra. Make It Rain is about to destroy these people. I firmly believe that, unless there's some kind of protect. No, it's just going to be Icy Wind. Amazing. Huge damage on the Meowscarada, going to lower the speed. Huge, minuscule damage on the Garganacl, but that's the thing that's taking the super effective damage from my Terra Steel Gholdengo. So let's just go and hit him with a big ol' Make It Rain. Take them both down. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, my friends. And what are the last 2? We can just do that again. No, we're not going to do that again. We're going to probably swap out the Gholdengo. So we just harshly dropped our special attack. But that is totally fine because we have the advantage. What is that Ditto going to copy? That Ditto is... Oh. Well, hold on, because I don't want to actually copy... I don't want to copy... Or not copy. I was thinking 2 things at the same time. I was like, oh, the Ditto's copying my Gholdengo. I don't want to let the Pawmot resurrect something. So I almost feel like I need to just fully target the Pawmot with everything. It's fine. I can only make it rain. That's also fine. Just do it. Just do it. I do not want Revival Blessing to bring up either the tank or the cat. Don't want it. Oh, cool. Quick Claw Ditto with the Flash Cannon. That's fun. Well, either way, now you get the Freeze Dry. And you get the Make It Rain. Oh, no, Punk. Okay. Gholdengo gets paralyzed. And there's no Revival Blessing. Still. Now I get to Make It Rain. Hiya! Before it even gets to do any kind of Revival Blessing. That's the real blessing. This Gholdengo is nerfed into the ground. I mean, I guess that worked well for the Ditto, for my case against the Ditto, because look at that, minus special attack. Oh, it doesn't harshly lower, it just lowers by 1 stage? Oh, that's good to know. I'm just going to hit it with a Hydro Pump and flip this into Amoonguss, because why not? I just don't want it. It seems like more of a wet noodle fight if I just keep the Gholdengo out and keep making it rain now that I'm -2. So, we'll just go with this. Anyway, the Hydro Pump hits and the Gholdengo goes down. Golden goes down. All right, GG, Uriel. A very quick game 2. I had a lot of fun with this very quick game 2. Let's go into game 3, see if we can make a very quick game 3. I can see why this team topped the tournament, huh? It's it seems pretty strong. Nice one, Brian. Let's go. Come on. And our next battle is up against Ace Aries 88, and Ace Aries 88 is going to be bringing the most aggressive team that I've ever seen, plus an Amoonguss. So looking at that, should I be bringing my Amoonguss to go against their Amoonguss? I don't think so, because I'm looking at the Arcanine. Arcanine usually has safety goggles, if not some kind of berry. Dragonite, same thing. Usually would have a Lum berry, and I don't want that to wake up till Lum, and I don't want to make Arcanine useless. So I feel like bringing my own Arcanine is probably a good idea. If this is the, what's his face, the Iron Bundle that has the ability to take out my Arcanine, then I'm a little scared. But I think I might have enough special defense and HP to take one, right? And then if I lead with... I'm considering leading with Roaring Moon, but there's a Fake Out boy there and an Extreme Speed boy there, and I'm feeling like Gholdengo's a nice choice. Or at least a Mimikyu, right? I don't like Mimikyu right now because of the Arcanine, but I do want it in the game, so I'm going to bring it in the back. I'm really going to lead with Gholdengo. This feels weird. But I could then also bring Roaring Moon. Yeah. Froze up a little bit. I might have wanted to bring the Iron Bundle instead, but really, like, if it's not screaming at me that I shouldn't bring it, I think it's typically okay to just do it, right? I find that I have that issue these days where, like, I'm at my last Pokemon to select, right? And it's between two, and we're running out of time. It's like less than 10 seconds left on the clock, and I'm trying to talk through everything, but it just isn't coming to me. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Because of the Flare Blitz, or because of the Intimidate, Flare Blitz probably won't take out the Gholdengo, leaving me open to just snarl the Iron Bundle and Arcanine. Might hit me with a Protect into a Flare Blitz, which would kind of suck. But let's cross that bridge when we get there, huh? Making it rain right now on Iron Bundle will take it out if it doesn't protect first turn. Or it'll bring it down to Sash. Yeah, okay. And if it protects first turn, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, so we get hit with the Flare Blitz. It doesn't KO. Arcanine takes a lot of damage, and Gholdengo makes it rain. So that Intimidate was relevant, but the issue that I created for myself I can Flare Blitz this Arcanine. No, I'm going to Flare Blitz the Iron Bundle. I think that makes more sense. The issue that I've created for myself is now what do I flip into? If I flip into my Roaring Moon, it's just going to get attacked with a Freeze Dry or a Hydro Pump. I assume my Arcanine's going to get hit with a Hydro Pump. What's going on? There's no way. I think I just go into this. They're going to withdraw Arcanine. That might be a great moment for me. Flipping into Iron Hands means that Fake Out could happen. I do outspeed the Iron Hands, which is great. Mimikyu comes out. Yeah, okay, so there's the Hydro Pump. Now the question is, do I live it? I do not. I very much do not. Okay. Never mind. We're not going to play this game. We're going to play a game we can win. My opponent knew that. Knew that they were going to win, and they thought, yeah, I don't want to win against Pokesports. I'm out of here. And my opponent walked through the door out of their bedroom where they were playing. They walked over to their kitchen. They made themselves some instant noodles. And inside the instant noodles, they just put a lot of sriracha because they wanted to feel something. Because they didn't really feel too much by the end of this game. They weren't... Yeah. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Let's go and play another game. Come on. All right, Gilbert, what you got? Ooh, Gilbert's got the Kaiju. Okay, cool. So if they're bringing back Excalibur, Roaring Moon is a big no-no, I feel. I feel like Roaring Moon... but then I look at the Meowscarada. I have ways to deal with the Meowscarada, right? And usually involves the Iron Bundle. So if I bring Iron Bundle... Okay. and I bring Gholdengo, we could do the same thing that we did in that very quick game 2. Could we not? I almost forgot that game happened. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to do it. Iron Bundle with Icy Wind into anything is a good time. I don't want to bring Roaring Moon. We just talked about this. Come on, Michael. What are you thinking? Get your head out of your butt. Mimikyu works here. I like Mimikyu. We like Mimikyu. And then I think Arcanine is a good cleanup mon for the end of the game. Okay, we can still do some damage to the Baxcalibur with it. We can still do some damage to the Ceruledge with Snarl. I think we'll be okay. I think that works. Yes. Yes. It's almost the end of the month. We are coming to the end of Series 2. And before I start this game, I want to pose the question out to you folks. Did you enjoy Series 2? Because I'm on the fence. I've played over 100 games in on-cartridge Series 2, way more than a couple of hundred in Showdown. And I feel like I really enjoyed it, and I understand a lot about it, I think. But I don't know, maybe it's just with all of the looming things to come and how I know that Sword and Shield kind of panned out, that I'm more excited for what's coming next, right? I'm excited for the Ruinous Pokemon. I'm excited for Miraidon, Koraidon. Make your team do things, Michael. Icy Wind. Icy Wind, make it rain. Don't Terra. Yeah, do that. Annihilape's gonna protect. It's fine. I am so glad that Iron Bundle chose not to freeze dry. Or chose not to Icy Wind. That's what it did. So I didn't hit the Annihilate, but I do hit the Ferrosaco. That's huge. That's huge. Dealing that kind of big damage to Iron Bundle, taking it out. Chef's kiss. Now, if this is a Pokemon that can fake out, I'm going to need to get Gholdengo the heck out of there. Not because it's going to fake out the Gholdengo, obviously, but because it could be bad in other ways. Because it could have faked out the Iron Bundle, KO'd that. It's going to Shadow Sneak is what it's going to do. I'm going to go ahead and protect and flip into Mimikyu? Arcanine. That's it. Yep. Yep. I'm worried about a Shadow Sneak from the Iron Bundle, and so I'm intimidating to make sure that a Shadow Sneak doesn't KO the Iron Bundle, which it still probably could, even at -1. Yeah. So there's a big hit there, or a big hit into a Protect. And then Rage Fist on Arcanine isn't going to do too much, especially with the -1, and the fact that I haven't touched it. I feel like I should Hydro Pump. It's probably still going to KO me, to be honest. If I swap into Mimikyu, then I just lose my Disguise, and I have to Shadow Sneak it back. If I let it go down... Let's Hydro Pump that. I'm going to protect just so I don't trigger more Annihilate, any Annihilate hits. It just isn't worth it right now. Because the only thing I'd be able to do would be Snarl. Thank you, Intimidate. Thank you, Intimidate. Isn't that wonderful? This is why we intimidate Pokemon. Now I don't even have to worry about Flash Fire or anything that Flash Fire does, because I have just 2 Pokemon left and no Ceruledge for them to speak of. Ferrodada! Oh, so Iron Daddy. All right, that increases the attack. That's neat. What's Iron Treads' speed like? I rarely see an Iron Treads. That's 106. That's worth slowing down. Both of them are worth slowing down. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the Ferrodada with a Flare Blitz. A Flarodada. Especially now that its attack's gone up, I don't want it doing any kind of nasty hits. Terastallizing Ground is going to make this Icy Wind hurt a lot more. Who did I miss? Oh. It's good, I guess, right? That's less Rage Fist damage. Cool. Flare Blitz is not going to take out Ferrodada. Arcanine is going to get damaged by the recoil. The Strain Punch is not going to KO because of, again, Intimidate, and then this Rock Slide is going to KO both of my Pokemon. Okay. That's okay. We have a slow Iron Treads and two Pokemon to win the game with. It is quite important what I choose to do here, actually. I think the easy answer is to Shadow Ball and Shadow Sneak. I think a Shadow Sneak still does take out Ferrodada. Is it worth Terastallizing? Yeah, I mean, not this turn. It's not even worth Terastallizing Steel from Gholdengo either, so why don't I just Shadow Sneak here? I'm not even Terastallizing this game. Don't need it. So the Shadow Sneak takes out Ferrodada. Goodbye. Pharaoh, bye-bye. Go back and cry to your Pharaoh mama. And the Shadow Ball should do some good damage here. Yeah? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you very much, Game Freak. All right, Gilbert. Good game. Good game. This team is powerful, dude. Wow. Wow, oh wow. Cool. Well, I guess let's go into the lab. Let's go talk about this team. I'll get you out for the day. That was a good one. Hey, let's go. And here it is, the team from Brian Jen's VGC. Thank you for competing in the league. Congratulations for winning it. Brian Jens went home with a cool little Pokesports shirt as well as a Pokesports pin that is currently in the mail going over to him right now. Went in with an Amoonguss, Arcanine, Roaring Moon, Iron Bundle, Mimikyu, and Gholdengo. A great team, really powerful, does a lot of cool things and does it in a synergistic way. This team works really well with itself, which is something that I can't say for every single team that I've played. But this one is very well thought out in that respect. And we're going to talk about that. Iron Bundle with Focus Sash means that it can take a hit. It's not the most, I think, especially defensive thing in the world, but you definitely don't want it to take a hit, right? So it has Focus Sash to keep it alive. Icy Wind, this is the whole thing in Series 2, is establishing Iron Bundle as one of the better Paradox Pokemon. You're going to see it a lot more in Series 3. It's going to just keep on working. Icy Wind to slow down your opposing Pokemon so that your Pokemon that are kind of mid-tier in speed can outspeed them. So you have things like Roaring Moon, which has Booster Energy boosting its attack instead of the more common Roaring Moon Booster Energy boosting its speed. You don't need to boost your speed because you have Iron Bundle reducing their speed by 50% with an Icy Wind. Your Roaring Moon then has that extra power to go and attack them with an acrobatics that does 110 base damage without even terastallizing. If you terastallize, that does even more, right? Then you're going up to, I want to say 165, something like that. And if you're attacking Pokemon that it's super effective to, it's destroyed. It's done. If not, you still have Throat Chop. Throat Chop is a really great move. And I'm going to say it again because there's some people who probably watched this for the first time. I personally like Jaw Lock instead of Throat Chop these days. I used to use Throat Chop instead of Jaw Lock, but right now I'm kind of thinking the other camp. Mimikyu with Terra Fairy, Play Rough, Shadow Sneak, Curse, and Protect. Shadow Sneak and Play Rough are both moves that you will probably use equally on Mimikyu. And that's what I love Pokemon where you were almost always going to be making a decision between their moves, right? Because there are some Pokemon out there that's like, okay, you have 4 moves, but you're really only using 1. Mimikyu, you kind of want to use the whole kit. Sometimes you want to Protect to make sure that your Disguise doesn't break. Sometimes when you want to use Shadow Sneak because Mimikyu isn't the fastest thing in the world. Sometimes you want to Play Rough because it just does a ton of damage. And then Curse is an interesting one that you can use on Mimikyu, especially if you're terastallizing Fairy, because if you are Ghost type, it'll cut your HP and curse your opponent, and it'll start doing damage to them at the end of every turn. Or if you Terra Fairy, then Curse becomes a different kind of curse, where I believe it's like your attack and defense go up and your speed goes down, something like that. And then your Shadow Sneaks do even more damage. Or your Play Roughs if you decide to use that next turn, if you still have your Disguise. Amoonguss with Pollen Puff. Pollen Puff, personally, is the move that I like more on Amoonguss, because if you're using your Amoonguss as a utility Pokemon, then that Pollen Puff you're going to be using on your Mimikyus, on your Roaring Moons, on your Arcanines, all of the things that stay alive for at least 1 hit, maybe 2, maybe 3, and then you're bringing them back to the point where they're healing up even more. They're ready to take even more hits. Versus things like Giga Drain, which is very self-serving for Amoonguss. You do want to keep your Amoonguss alive, but it also has Regenerator for that. You can swap it out. Spore, Rage Powder, and Protect, great things to put your Pokemon to sleep, or to put other Pokemon to sleep, to redirect moves to you, with your Amoonguss being nice and defensive. And then your Arcanine with Flare Blitz, Snarl, and Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. Huge utility Pokemon. It's great. Last but not least, we've got Gholdengo with Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Flash Cannon. I like the addition of Flash Cannon on Gholdengo. It's not typically the thing that people run. I'm seeing on the all attack Gholdengo sets, people running like Power Gem instead of Flash Cannon. But I like Flash Cannon because that takes advantage of the Steel typing. It takes advantage of the Steel Terra, but it doesn't drop your special attack by the end of using it. Sometimes you don't want to Make It Rain because you are locking yourself into a move, right? And if you lock yourself in to Make It Rain, then you're just committing to making a less powerful Make It Rain as the time goes on, as the match goes on. Sometimes you don't want to do that. Sometimes you just want a Flash Cannon. Anyway, this was Brian's team. That's the team ID over in the corner. You've got the Pokepaste down in the description. If you want to use this for the remaining days of Series 2 before Series 3 begins, you absolutely can. Thank you, Brian, for sharing this. If you want to share your own rental codes, I'm now taking Series 3 rental codes, or Regulation C, excuse me, rental codes over in our Discord. So if you go to our Discord, link down below, you go to the rental codes chat, just go and post the rental code, the Pokepaste, maybe a little blurb if you want to about how the team operates, and maybe I'll use it in the next season. Anyway, really excited for next season. Really excited that you're joining us. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mike. I play with 2 Pokemon on the field. Bye-bye.